Hello guys, Susanna here. I'm here to share with you a very special journal. This has been years in the making, as in not this has been years in the making, but years ago I designed a quilt pattern, and it was based on the Proverbs 31 woman from the Message Bible, but I designed it. It's in 12 sections. Got it in here, and I designed it originally to make it as a quilt blocks. I'll go through this in a minute, but I'm going to have a DIGI file. Like I've converted them into PDFs. Etsy only allow you to have 5 files in the one, so there's 12 individual pages, so I'm going to have to convert it to 3 separate DIGI kits, because I think it's better if they're in lots of 4. Yeah, it's sort of a little bit limited to how you can do your DIGI kit. So this will be my first attempt at doing a DIGI kit, but I will show you how you can use this. I was going to keep this for myself, but I thought no, I'll just share it. I've got the kit. I can make it myself. I've actually got the little square blocks that I still would probably like to make it into a quilt. So you can use this to make a quilt, or you can use it to make a journal like I've got here. This one is going to be for sale on my Etsy store. It's sort of like reluctantly trying to sell it. I've actually designed it especially to suit me. So you have a lot of me in here, and there's a lot of I've actually got this teacup set. And this is antique vintagey lace, which I got when I was in Tasmania, and I actually got this cup and saucer. Whenever I go on a big holiday, I usually get a cups and saucer, and I got this cup and saucer in Tasmania, so it was quite special. So I'll open this up. I actually it's all hand stitched. There's a lot of, it's got 3 signatures, which I put in a bit like a traveler's notebook with a sari silk, and it's just it's being stitched all the way around. It's the only thing with a bit of fluff, but it's got this beautiful, really nice old lace. So and it's got Laura Ashley fabric in the front here. It's very shabby chic. Even though I got a new card, I still want to put this one in here. I'll put a note for the person who gets it, because it just matches it better. Where's a new card? Moves it out of the way. Still got the same information on there. It just, that one doesn't match too bad, but I just think because it's got a teapot and everything on there, I think it looks quite nice. So still using up some of my old cards. So that lace continues on to the middle. It's got a lot of very pretty elements in it. So it's you can take these in and out. It's got these 3 signatures. So it's got beautiful Kaiser craft paper. It's high tea. I think it was called high tea or something like that. It's just gorgeous, and it's got these are from Daphne's diary. This is from the original home journal page, so quite a lot of vintagey stuff and beautiful old lace, and it's just really, really pretty and very special. So it's quite thick because I put these on watercolor paper, because on one side I've got this, and on the other side I've got this is watercolor and stenciling and distress ink. So it's got a lot of my hand painted stuff in there. Beautiful old lace here that's from a vintage jacket, and a bit of jewelry. So I'll actually read it as I go along. So this comes from the Message Bible, Proverbs 31. It's about a dad saying to his son what you should look for in a woman. So a good woman is hard to find and worth far more than diamonds. So that's why, hence the diamonds. And I designed, that's why I can make it into a DIGI kit, because I actually designed all these and drew all that. So that's being hand painted in and done coloured in with pencils. So each of the pictures on here sort of reflect what's on here. I love that. 1930s. This is actually original from, there you go, 1904. I think. I think this thing's a bit, I think it's 1929. It's more 1930s. I think they're talking about 1904. This is from Calico Collage. I just put it onto pink paper. That's the tea soiree. It just went really well. Her husband trusts her without reserve and never has a reason to regret it. Never spiteful, she trusts him generously all her life. So I've drawn a chest with letters and all that kind of stuff in there. So all these, I've actually handwritten all this in this really script, and then I've actually sewn around them, hand sewn around them. In here they are a little bit different when I show you them. See how that's a little bit different? So I just did it to suit the journal. So more tea soiree from Calico Collage, and then this is Kazar Craft. So it's just beautiful. That's a Miss Betty, very pretty. She shops around for the best yarns and cottons and enjoys knitting and sewing. Each of them have a bit of lace. That's the theme throughout. Sewn, lace, my own hand design. So that's sort of like a quilt. I've sort of cut them out and then stuck them on. And then a bit more Calico Collage. Look at this one. This is from Daphne's Diary, I think. She's like a trading ship that sails to faraway places and brings back exotic surprises. She's up before dawn preparing breakfast for her family and organising her day. And here's the first centre signature. And on this side, so it's got the first 4. So there's 3 signatures and there's 12 blocks. It's got rickrack on there. And then I've hand painted in hand. And this same with here. This has got a stencil and watercolour paper, watercolour and distress inks. And these ones are more for writing. So it would make a good, like maybe Bible journaling or just a nice journal. Beautiful. There's a velvet vintage lace. This is from Daphne's Diary. This is from a lot of these that I made myself. They are from a vintage gardening book, and I picked out the real sort of pretty ones that suited that. The doily with distress ink and watercolour. There's another one of those stitched along there. Sweet pea. So these are journaling cards. So you've got the writing, and that's done through a stencil with distress ink. It's beautiful. Look at this. Gorgeous. This is actually from, see, this is why it's very personal, and I was going to keep it for myself. This was from a photo album that I had when I was about 16, and it was on the front of the cover of it. This is velvet. It's just beautiful. And then this special beautiful lace. There's some more roses. The colours, and once again stenciled with distress ink and watercolour. It's the same. The colours are just so pretty. It's very shabby chic. A bit more lace. So pretty. So plenty of space to do journaling, but the pages are a bit thicker than normal because they are done on sort of like watercolour type paper. Okay, and that's the journal card. And these are stuff from Daphne's Diary and Kazar Craft, and just a little bit. That's Daphne's Diary. Isn't that beautiful? And then I've stitched, I don't know if you can see that. Here's it stitched. Hopefully it's not going too blurry. I've put it on on paper and then stuck it on there and then sewed it down beforehand, and then I did little French knots. There's French knots on here as well, and then beautiful dyed laces. So first thing in the morning, she dresses for work, rolls up her sleeves, eager to get started. She looks over a field and buys it. Then with the money she puts aside, plants a garden. So the pictures over the side sort of reflect what's on there. It looks over a field of lavender. I can almost smell it. So pretty. It's a very feminine journal. She senses the worth of her work and is in no hurry to call it quits for the day. She is skilled in crafts of home and hearth, diligent in homemaking. So once again, some more of the lace, little teapot and cup, and then a beautiful picture from Daphne's diary, you know, in homemaking. I just thought it was really cute because kitchen's a heart of the home. She is quick to assist anyone in need. She reaches out to help the poor. She doesn't worry about her family when it snows. Their winter clothes are all mended and ready to wear. This is a vintage bit of lace, and then I drew that and made little snowman, all that kind of stuff. And this calico paper is sort of all the way through it, so there's plenty of writing. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? That was from Daphne's diary, and a lady made this cute little cabin which she would decorate in at Christmas time, and I just thought it was just so pretty, and it matched with that saying. Just adorable. She makes her own clothing and dresses in colourful linens and silks. Her husband is greatly respected when he deliberates with the city fathers. Singer sewing machine. It really lends itself out to very crafty women, the Proverbs 31. And then this is a stencil again, which I did with watercolour, and then went over it again with the distress ink. I love that effect. It looks like old wallpaper. I just love it. And got a lily, see, the lily of the valley. This is it's very tactile and very 3D. This is what's it called? Velour, sort of like velvety, sort of like milliner flowers, a bit like the ones that are in there. And that's from Daphne's diary, I think. And that once again from the old gardener's book. Stenciling and distress ink again, and watercolour. Just gonna have a drink, ladies, sorry. Oh, and then this is from Daphne's diary. This is beautiful ribbon that I bought. You can buy it like that, and a gorgeous tag, which I thought looked really pretty with that little thing sticking out. This is stunning. This is actually French lace, very expensive. I only bought, I think I've got probably about that much left. I only bought about half a metre. I think it was quite expensive per metre, but I thought it was so pretty it had to go in here. And I thought I need to put that in there. You can almost smell the potpourri. So pretty. So whoever gets this, it's just divine. Yeah, well, I think that's a little bit more of that photo album that I had when I was a little girl. And then this, I love this. I got this from my local patchwork shop called Gail's Patchwork Emporium. I've actually, I think, I put it on Facebook, I think, photos of it. Just gorgeous. You go in there and go, I have one of everything, thanks. A bit more of the Kazar Craft, that's the tea one. And then this is the last signature. They've all got the Kazar Craft cover. Look at that. Beautiful blossoms. The colours are so pretty. A bit more vintage lace. Okay, she designs gowns and sells them, brings the sweaters she knits to the dress shops. Her clothes are well made and elegant, and she always faces tomorrow with a smile. Man, this lady seems perfect, doesn't she? There you go. Once again, Daphne's diary. Beautiful. Look at that. An old dressmaker's model. Someone's covered it with beautiful old sheet music. Gorgeous. When she speaks here, she has something worthwhile to say, and she always says it kindly. She keeps an eye on everyone in her household, and she keeps them all busy and productive. It was hard to sort of incorporate lace into that, so I made it into like a mat, and then just put the other side on there. This is another picture from Daphne's diary. So pretty. Her children respect and bless her. Her husband joins in with words of praise. Many women have done wonderful things, but you've outclassed them all. It's another little drawing with a baby. So cute. I love this next picture. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that old pram. And then this is the last one. Charm can mislead and beauty soon fades. The woman to be admired and praised is the woman who lives in the fear of God. Give her everything she deserves. Festoon her with praises. And then I've just drawn that. That's based on a button, I think, that one. Beautiful. More vintage lace. And then more of those. All hand painted. It's quite thick, but another big journaling card. Very thick, not a massive amount of pages in each signature, but still heaps of space to write. So I put those in. And all hand painted. See, another thing of my heritage. Lucky that's it's a copy of the postcard that I've got. They're gorgeous. So pretty. Some more of that beautiful lace. Now a doily, which I painted. Vintage lace of the 1920s. There we go, Madam 1927. There you go. Gorgeous little girls, little kids. And once again, Ruby of the Valley, which is what Susanna means. That's why that one's in there. Look at that old book page. I thought it was so pretty. Just had to put that in there. And that's the last page. Joy de Viri. There you go. So definitely Joy de Viri is French. Definitely a French name. And then on the last page in the pocket, I made this is from the same home journal, original old teapot. Look, a pewter teapot. This gorgeous. Look, it's covered in glue because they had to be put on there. But stitched all the way around there, and it's just a little place to do some journaling. But it's got old book pages and all that kind of stuff on there, and then covered with Kaiser craft. So there you go. Absolutely stunning, and a bit of a hard one to part with, but I thought I can't keep everything. I've got quite a few. I've still got my first original journal, which I'm going to probably put some of those in there, and I really wanted to get this digital kit up and going. So when you see this video, hopefully the Digi kits will be up on my Etsy store, and they'll be in 3 sections of 4, and they're on A4 pieces of paper, which I will show you. So this is my original one. Hopefully that's not glaring. Just a look. There we go. It might be glaring a little bit. So that's how it comes, like that. And then here. So these are the originals. I just scanned these. So it took me a long time to write these down, and I'll show you some of the prototypes in the back. So I place flower button here. Yeah, so see that one? Like some of the bits and pieces and how I sort of cut and pasted, and yeah, so it would make a really nice quilt too. So that's the original pattern in there is for a quilt, but you can use it and maybe put it onto coffee dyed paper and give it a sort of a vintagey look. But this is what you can utilize those with, or if you want to, you can buy it already made. So but there's only one of those. Okay guys, thank you so much. This one has gone a bit longer than what I probably would have liked, but I had to sort of really show you all the details and all the love that went into making this absolutely stunning journal. So I hope whoever gets it will love it as much as I do and cherish it. Okay guys, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching guys. Bye.